Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a few posts here for you, and I thought I'd just give you a quick update on Karate Combat, because man, they just keep getting better and better, man. And you know, the more they're growing right now, the better I'm seeing them perform, the more confidence I'm growing in what I said to you guys at the beginning when I first saw them. I said they have the potential to be the crypto UFC, and it's very much looking like that is going to be the case. So I've got a post here from Credible Crypto, who is a chart analyst, quite reputable actually. He's someone who I do generally try to keep my eye on, because I think he's, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he gets it right every time, but he's more accurate than, some other analysts who I've seen. So he just took a quote here. And he says, this was obviously from developers at Karate Combat. They said, quote, "We're looking for 10 to 20 million fans. And the existing blockchains that we looked at, a lot of the traditional ones, don't support that kind of volume. And then once you kind of drill a little deeper, obviously we analysed Hedera versus other options. And at the end of the day, all those factors combined led our decision to go with Hedera." Well, what do you want me to say, guys? I've told you before, in terms of the technology, I think HBAR is top notch. I really do. And this is why I say to you guys, don't always just think about price and stuff like that, because price isn't like the best reflection of anything. For one, price can be manipulated. So that alone tells you that price isn't always the greatest thing to look at, like in terms of a metric to go by whether a blockchain is going to be successful or not. To me, look at the fundamentals. And when you've got people like this who are saying for this kind of stuff that they want to do, Hedera is the choice, well, then that should drive a lot of other developers and, big institutions and companies wanting to work with Hedera as well for this kind of use case and that kind of stuff, right? So to me, it already says a lot. But yeah, Karate Combat, I just want to quickly show you, they had a pay-per-view very recently. I say pay-per-view, but they do it for free. But, it's their latest live event. It was at Singapore. And just look at this here. Right? This is the format that they've done. So as you can see, look at the crowd now, completely full. I said this to you guys before, as I've been watching them over time. When I was first watching them and in the newer stages, there wasn't full like this. But as I've been watching it grow over time, you look at it now, they're packed out. And it's only going to continue to grow. It really is, because honestly, from what I've seen, their fights they're just like UFC fights. It's literally the same kind of thing. You get these, I don't want to say to be an advocate for violence or anything, but you get brutal knockouts and stuff like that. It's all that kind of stuff. So it's just like any kind of sport. And just look at the layout that I've done here, and we've got here Only LARPing, who has said the 3D VFX at Karate Combat just keeps getting better and better. On production, our goal is to make every event look like a unique level in a video game. So I remember them saying this. They actually said they try and make it look kind of like Mortal Kombat or something like that. So if you look at the top screen above where all the crowd is, look at the background stuff. It looks very dystopian, do you know what I mean? Really out of this world kind of thing. And man, they're just really upping the production and really just upping the quality of the events. And the fact that they're doing this for free, they said that they want to continue to do it for free forever if they can, which I'll be honest with you, I'll just be completely honest, I don't know if that's going to be sustainable, because if you're kind of spending top-notch money like this to provide these kind of events, I think eventually you're probably going to need to start charging. But hey, the fact is, this is their intention. Clearly they haven't started charging yet, and they've already got a big audience now, so they could have straight away just turned to that, and they haven't. So I respect that. The fact that they're trying to hold on to their original goal of not charging people, that they've done that. And if that does change over time, I'll be honest with you, I'll respect that decision, because if it comes to a point where you're doing this and you're losing money, then it's only fair that they have to do this to keep the show running, right? So we'll see how it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if that changes over time. But yeah, just look at this, man. It looks absolutely incredible. And then I've got this other thing just to show you here. Karate Combat has almost 1 million viewers on just Twitter alone. Underappreciated consumer crypto success story right under our noses. Absolutely incredible. So if you can see, there's someone here who's got the screenshot live, 882,000 viewers. Guys, like I said, man, this is growing in leaps and bounds. This Karate Combat is serious. It really is. And I've been watching the highlights of some of these fights and stuff like that. And like I say, it's just like watching UFC. You know, just like, you know, you get the highlights of these knockouts and things like that. Like, there's been a huge upset that everybody's talking about at the moment where a guy took on a fight with only 24 hours notice against this guy who's like something like 300 knockouts or something like that, or 300 victories or whatever. And he beat the guy. And the funny thing is like he was losing the entire fight, but then he managed to get like a good shot on the guy, dazed him, took advantage of it, knocked him out. So just like UFC, right? Like, you just never know the way the tide is going to go with a fight. It could be going one way the whole time. Then next thing you know, bang, something just changes the entire course of the fight. Really incredible stuff. And as I say, as I continue to see their highlights, their clips and stuff like that, it's just looking more and more impressive, more and more mainstream, like more and more professional, the production and everything. You can just tell it's growing. So, yeah, as I say, I'm just giving you an update on this because, man, Karate Combat, I think it's absolutely incredible. I'm so impressed with what they've done in such a short amount of time. And, you know, I think they could be one of the bigger drivers for value in terms of, you know, HBAR over time. Because if they really do continue to grow the way they are, like, how big can these guys get? Like, they did an event not long ago where they did it around the same time as the UFC. I don't think it was the exact same day, but I think it was like the same weekend. So maybe like UFC was on a Saturday and Karate Combat was on a Sunday, or vice versa, something like that. So, you know, they're not even afraid at this point to make it clear that, yeah, we'll compete in this space. You know, we're not going to kind of like step aside and be like, oh, UFC's got this weekend, we'll move and go to another one. No, they're actually competing at this point. So, you know, that tells me the confidence they've got, but it's deserved confidence because, as you can see, like, they are growing massively. Like, they really are. And even in terms of when you look at the app, I haven't actually used it myself, but I've seen like screenshots of people, you know, putting in bets and stuff like that. Like, people are really using this app and it looks great. It really does from what I've seen. Like, it looks absolutely incredible. So honestly, for me, I look forward to seeing where they're going to be in like another 6 months time, another year's time, because right now I just think they've got the world at their feet. Like, they really are growing exponentially. They're continuing to get huge like people, in terms of like, you know, faces who are there. Like, Joe Rogan's been there. That alone is massive. And he spoke about them on his podcast. So, you know, you can't even pay for that kind of, you know, promo, right? So the fact that he's like, you know, been openly to support them already says a lot, right? Because he works for the UFC. So, you know, it tells you that he must think a lot of them, you know, to actually be willing to promote them, to speak about them. So, yeah, man, I think they've got a huge future ahead of them. And I just look forward to see where they go. So just giving you a quick update because I definitely think these guys are one to watch. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.